Welcome to my channel Baby Beauty. If you're new to my channel, my name is Juliana. In today's video I'm going to be doing a look with the 777 palette from Playing Makeup by Yolondo. This is not actually the look. I lost the footage of my introduction on that video, so I am kind of like filming it again, but this is not the look I created from the 77 palette. So this is the inside of the 77 palette, and it's what I'm going to be using for today's look. And if you'd like to know how this palette performs, then please keep on watching. Alright, so this is the palette I'm using today. It hasn't got a lot of shimmers. It's got about 10 shimmers, and I've swatched them all on my hand. So I might be using the chrome palette along with the 77 palette today. So this is a chrome palette, and I think I might be using some of the shades in here today. So it's got 14 shades, and they are all like chrome-like shades. So what I mean by chrome is like shiny, beautiful shimmers. So they're not like your typical shimmers. They're just chrome, like a mixture of metallic shades and multichromes. And these are the four I think I might use along with today's look. So just look how beautiful they are. So I'm not promising to stick to only this palette because I don't know, I just want the look to be great. I mean, there's a lot of shades and I don't have time to do more than one look, so I really want the look to stand out. So I might be using chrome palette with the 77. Alright, the palette hasn't got any names, so I'm going to start with this beautiful teal shade, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, what am I doing? Let me zoom you in. So I'm just putting that all over my crease. So I'm not taking that too far yet because I don't know what I want to do with the outer corner. So I'm only just leaving it in the middle, depending on, I don't know, how I feel. Okay, I'm leaving that for now, and I'm going to start with my lower lid. So with my lower lid, I want a combination of this pink, then graduating into that, and this purple in my outer corner, so I can use this shimmer. This shimmer is beautiful. It's very metallic. I wish all the shimmers were like that. So this is one of, I think, 3 that are so metallic. So I really want to use this on my lower lid. So I am going to go with this, and later at some point I'll be using that shimmer. Starting with the lightest pink. It's actually a mixture of, I want to say purple and pink. It's not so pink. It's got a lot of purple in it. So it's like a very, very pinkish lilac. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. So I'm putting that in near my tear duct. And next to that, I'm going with the medium range pink I showed you earlier. So remember, they don't have any names. So I'm going to stop like right at this end, leaving the 1/3 of my outer lid for the purple. I'm now going with the purple. I'm going to put that on the outer part of my... I used this purple during the week and I had a bit of fallout. It could be because I never used any primer during the week. I don't use any primer, so I never used any primer and I had a bit of fallout. So I'm being careful. I'm just stamping. Yeah, it does have fallout. There's a little bit of speck right there. Alright, the pink and the purple is going to require a bit of blending because they are very, very different. They are kind of like starkly different from each other. So, but for now, I'm just going to like lay the color down and then blend later. Alright, now going back into that pink, I'm now going to start blending. So it might be a little bit of back and forth until I get the right blend, but I really want them to kind of like speak to each other. Okay, I think I like the way it looks, so I'm going to leave that for now. Alright, to blend that green on my crease, I'm going to go with this shade, this blue shade, to blend my crease. I'm just going to stamp right on top of that teal green. So nothing major. These shades are very, very beautiful, and just kind of like laying them down and stamping, it seems to be blending itself without too much work, at least for me anyway. I don't like to do too much work when it comes to blending. Now I'm also taking it right on the bridge, near the bridge of my nose. So Bringing the shade down, just gently, ever so gently. You can use a smaller brush if you can't control your movement, but I kind of like this because it's big but it's tapered. So once I've laid that down on my crease, then I'm going to go back with that original teal, the first teal I used, and I'm going to bring that shade back everywhere the blue is covered. So that is really the way to blend, is back and forth between colors that you're using really. So pulling. So I'm pulling my brush when I get near the blue because I don't want to overshadow that blue again. So I'm pulling my brush down. Well, is this a dramatic look? Yes, because this is a dramatic palette. And I really don't want to do more than one look for now anyway, so I'm trying to use as many shades as possible. Alright, for the remaining part of my lid that has no shade at the moment, I'm going to go with this green, the one near the blue. I'm going to go with this green. And I'm going to lay that down everywhere that there is no color at the moment. And I'm going to be careful near my inner corner where there is pink because I don't want to override that pink. So I'm literally just, this is another tapered brush, so I can kind of like tailor it to where I want it to go. And I'm going to take it a little bit all over the teal just to cover my entire crease, so like right there. And it's a testament to the shadow. I mean, look at how this lighter green is covering the teal green. It's just amazing. Alright, towards that purple, I'm going to go with a flat brush, but with the same shade, just so I can be more precise, even though I'm going to blend that purple over the green. But I want to first of all be more precise in the application of the green. Now going back to the tapered brush. And I'm now gently blending on the side. Now some people would have kind of like cleaned their lid before they apply the green, but like I said, I don't like to do too much. I like to do as little as possible. So this is what I'm using to cut my crease. I'm now going into that purple I laid on my lower lid. I'm now going to blend that into the green. So gently feathering the purple upwards. So I'm stamping and feathering upwards. So I'm kind of using it like in a V to cover my outer corner, so just following the shape that I already created, but pulling that purple in bit by bit. So it's like a liner, really, a liner look. So I think that's all I'm doing for the matte. I'm going to fine-tune the blending, apply my glitter primer, and I'll be right back for us to apply the shimmers. The real tax is now matching this side to this, but I'm going to start with this shimmer, this purple shimmer, and I'm going to put down my lower lid. It's not going to go anywhere near my tear duct. It's just in between that, right here, in between my tear duct and that pink, because it's too dark to go in my inner corner. But I want it on my eye somewhere, so this is where I'm putting the purple shimmer. Right now I'm going to go into the chrome shimmer. Again, this doesn't have any names, and I'm going with this pink here. And this is what it looks like. So it's very, very pink. It's like baby pink. Yeah, so that will brighten my inner corner, even though I'm going to put the light green right in my tear duct. But this is brighter than the purple. Alright, going with this green, I'm going to put down the majority of my lid. So this is what that looks like. It's like the most beautiful shade in this palette next to that purple. So I'm going to put that all over my lower lid. I mean the lower part of my upper lid. There is one beautiful shade, really beautiful. And I'm stopping right there. Now going with this beautiful blue shimmer. And this is not very metallic. I'm going to put that on the outer part of my lid. I mean, it's metallic, but not as much as the green I just put on my the lower part of my lid now. So this blue is just going in the outer corner, blending into the purple matte. Right, before I get to the upper part of my lid, I'm going to fine tune the inner part of my lid towards my tear duct first, and I'm going to go with this shade from the Chrome palette. So this looks like yellow, but I think it kind of adapts to whatever matte is on your lid. That's what I think, but it's mostly yellow green. So I'm putting that right near my tear duct. Oh, look how beautiful that is. So I'm going to use this one to kind of cut my crease. So I'm going to pull it right up on my crease to further define my crease. And I'm also going to bring it towards my tear duct, like I said, just to brighten that bit up. So I'm not overriding the pink, I'm just laying it on top of the pink, so you can still see the pink on my lower lid, but the green will be seen on the upper part of my tear duct. Then blending it into that first green slightly, just ever so slightly, right there. This one from the Chrome is just kind of outlining my lid, really, so giving it some sort of light. Alright, now we're going into this blue shimmer here, and I'm going to put that right on the top of my lid, right on the blue here, just to kind of blend the green and the blue, dark blue together. So giving it highlight on top of my lid. And then the final shimmer is going to be this one, so right on top, and that's going to blend right on top of that green, just to give you some sort of highlight. I think it looks the same. I might just go more into that blue and just blend that right onto that light blue. So basically back and forth really until I get the best blend. I think they pretty much look the same now. Now that I've got all these colors on my hair, I'm not very sure of my lipstick, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I'm going to apply my waterline liner, my mascara and my lashes, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is a completed look. I decided to leave the lipstick the color it is. I think I kind of like it, even though the eyes is bright. Well, yeah. Every time I do something green on my eyes, I always prefer like an orange lip. So yeah, I decided to leave it. So this is the finished look. And up close. So I didn't really use any black liner on my lid. I just applied my eyelash glue and applied the lashes because I kind of don't want the black to kind of ruin the look. So yeah, this is the finished look. I mean, is the eye dramatic? Yes, it is dramatic because this is a dramatic palette. I mean, look at this. This is a very dramatic palette, but I kind of like the mix of the colors. When you look at the picture that the brand released when they were selling this palette, it kind of looked all green, and I think it's because of the background. But if you really look deep, you will see so many colors beyond them green. So it is a very complete palette, and I definitely don't regret buying this palette. I mean, I do wish that it has more shimmers, especially the shimmery shimmers. I mean, like I said, there's about 3. I'm going to swatch some of the shades in this palette and you'll see. Maybe there are about 3 metallic shimmers. Yeah, in a palette as big as this, there are 35 shades and there are 10 shimmers, which means, well, there are 25 mattes. I don't know. I just think that the matte overpower the shimmer. But again, I love shimmers, and I think she's more than proved herself when it comes to matte. There's so many beautiful mattes in several of her palettes, and I think it's time really to start putting more shimmers in this palette. Whether the shimmers are more expensive than matte, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that shimmers are more expensive to put in palettes than matte, but yeah, I think I just want more shimmers. It's either she comes out with a complete shimmer palette. I'm not talking about chrome now. I mean metallic, beautiful metallic, melt like butter shimmers in a whole palette, no matte. I think I'll be satisfied with that, and she can do whatever she wants with future palette. But I want more shimmers in her palette, and I'm just going to swatch a few shades for you. Okay, from the first row. So this is like a mint color, a shimmer, mint shimmer, and then this is a white matte. That's like a lilac-y, I want to say lilac, yeah, definitely lilac matte. Another green, yeah, but this time a medium tone green. I kind of did another swatch on that. From the second row, so another 4 shades. I don't want to promise to leave a full swatch on my community tab, because when I did the epidemic it took a while before I could do the swatches. But these are the next 4 shades. This is the third row. I love that shimmer. So as you can see already, it's less of a green palette mainly, as people kind of thought initially. So you can see several different shades are different to the green. Okay, 4th row. It's gorgeous, gorgeous still shade. Is the one I had on my crease, but yeah. So now let me swatch another 4 from the last row. I mean, and this is from the 4th row. So it's so beautiful. I'm gonna do that here, and then that beautiful dark purple. I mean, look. So it's definitely not a mainly green palette. It's just the background of the palette that makes it look like it's mainly green. Yeah, so there are definitely several different shades to green. I mean, look at these 2 columns here. They are really got different shades in there. You've got your blue, your pink, your purple, and then you've got other colors on the side. It is a beautiful palette. It is a big palette that could have been possibly toned down into one palette. That I agree, because I mean there are quite a few greens in here that I could do without. I mean that I could do without that in the palette. I mean, I don't think it's necessary. Having this green and this green is just redundant. I mean, that could have just been one in the palette. That I agree could have been toned down, but I love the palette. I really love the palette. I just wish that there are more shimmers. That's the only thing I would change about the palette. I would have put in more shimmers. I mean, different colors as well, not green. I would have put in, you know, lighter pink, because I had to go into the chrome palette for my pink in the inner corner. So those are the kind of things I would change from the palette. But in terms of how big it is, I love big palettes. I don't mind. I love colorful palettes. And she didn't just leave green, she did put purple, she put pink, she put blue. So yeah, it is a beautiful palette. So I do intend to do more looks with this palette, but it's going to be on my Instagram, and it's going to be mostly in June, when I'm going to be going on a low buy or no buy, because I think I need to take a break from palettes. So in June, July, that's when I'm going to be doing second, third looks from the different palettes I bought in March, April. Yeah, so you will definitely be seeing more looks from this palette on my Instagram. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I'd like to know what you think about this palette in the comment section. Please let me know. But that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me and you've enjoyed this look. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you on this platform. And until next time, I'll see you.